On stage right now for OFC's Broadway and Brighton Series, the classic musical fable Gypsy featuring Jodie Benson. May know her, the voice of Ariel and Little Mermaid, also Barbie and Toy Story, and starring alongside Trip Hansen. Glad to have you both here. Thank you so much for coming in the middle of this run. Yes.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Jodie, for somebody who hasn't seen this, what is happening in this production?
Well, you know, Gypsy is an iconic classic Broadway musical. It's one of the greats. And it's just lovely that OFC Creations wanted to kind of bring this high quality to the community here and brought in, you know, the Broadway folks, and we're having a blast. We really are. And the audiences are incredible.
Yeah.
They're so kind, so gracious.
So excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the orchestra sounds lovely. The cast is amazing. It's just, you know, we're up here in this beautiful area. It's like Bedford Falls. I feel like I'm on a movie set.
It's a wonderful life.
It is a wonderful life with the beautiful snow, which I love. But yeah, it's such an incredible musical that people need to come out. Well, we've got another couple weeks.
And part of this, what's special for you is your daughter's up there, Delaney.
Oh.
So what is that like? You had done this show before with her and now doing it again.
We did. We did a Fast and Furious 2 nights. We put the show up in 5 days. It was really stressful in Florida. We thought it was going to be a staged reading, and it ended up being a full-blown production with choreography, sets, costumes, the works. And when we finished that, I had major PTSD. So I told Delaney, I said, at some point in my life, we need a second shot at this. And so Eric reached out to our agent. It's been a while. I feel like we got the offer last March. So coming up like a year ago, really.
He was
pushing.
He was asking. He's asking me questions. I said, if you can get her, you better get her.
Yeah, so we just thought, you know, if the schedules worked out for Delaney, especially for her with her career in the launching stage, you know, and she's got very specific path that she's hitting. So I said, if it's good for your schedule, let's do it, because I want a do-over. I want a do-over. And I don't know if you know our connection that we did the original Broadway company together of Crazy for You 33 years ago.
But who's counting?
So, yeah, so the fact that, you know, we are playing opposite each other is so much fun. And he's incredible as Herbie. Incredible.
Thank you.
How was it then? How is it now, this friendship coming back?
Well, it's pretty wild. You know, sometimes in show business you have these experiences. Crazy for You was an extraordinary experience. It was such a celebrated moment on Broadway. She was the co-star with Harry Groner, and I played a featured role. I was part of a trio called the Manhattan Rhythm Kings, and we actually danced around on stage together. Jodie and I had to do a little Cotton Eye Joe for the people. And
actually, you slapped my booty with a spoon.
I did. It was directed to be. I didn't do it out of spite or malice.
It wouldn't be appropriate now in a show.
All right, we'd have to clear that with the intimacy director.
Yes, we would.
But we had a blast. It was such a celebrated thing, and you know, we actually got to go do the Kennedy Center honors and pay tribute to Ginger Rogers, because she had been in the original Broadway production of Girl Crazy, which this show was based on.
Right.
So, and here we are. Jodie and I haven't seen each other in the time in between. We both left the show, I think, around the same time, right? 94?
Right, and we moved to Los Angeles and then started a family, and then, you know, homeschooled and was based in LA, and then moved to Georgia. So once I left after the show, I didn't go back to New York.
Right, and that often happens. You know, you have these really intense experiences, and then people part and go on to the next thing. But we've... Every now and again, life is really delicious and brings you back around to some of your favorites. And I saw Jodie walking into OFC, and I was just like, oh my God,
it was like
where have you been?
No time had passed.
Yeah, and we just
picked right up. It was like 33 years you just pick up and you take off. And we did like a quick catch up, you know, like, how's your life been in 3 years?
What was the first decade? Okay, we're up to 2017, but we got to go rehearse.
So it's been, and we've, you know, gone out and had a meal together to try to have more conversation to catch up. But it's just, it's a really, really wonderful production, and you all need to come and see it. We're sold out, but we're adding seats. We're adding seats.
Adding seats. Got shows going through the end of next week to the 16th. Great for Valentine's, for Day. Thank you both for sharing that. Glad we could be the class reunion hosting in Rochester. We're going to have more information about remaining showtimes and tickets over at rochesterfirst.com with this interview today.